we always talk about independence, and we live in a game where as though that's like marketed a lot. That's the fly shit to say, I'm independent. That's like a swag, yeah, I'm independent. But, you know, we talked and tell me about how in order to be real independent, you got to be out here moving like a major and you got to put your money where your mouth is. Give me the game on that. Give my audience the game on that.
What you just said.
Okay.
You got to put your money where your mouth is.
To be independent.
Yeah. You got to take them chances. You got to let your nuts hang. People don't want to do that.
All right, to work a record, how much do it cost?
People scared to take chances.
How much do it cost to work a record independently? If you're real independent?
It depends. You know what I mean? Like, you probably you're gonna have to take anywhere from $250,000 budget to $1 million budget, depending on what you're doing and what you're trying to do with it.
And this independent shit.
Yeah.
So that's a song or is that a project?
No, that's a song. If you really a song and you like, I'm finna make this my single, I'm finna go up with it, I'm finna stay on it, and like we finna go up there with it. Hell yeah.
You need $250,000 just to get business.
$250,000 to $1 million.
And where do that go to? Marketing?
Everything. All the way around the board. You know what I mean? It's a machine. It's called a machine for a reason. You know what I mean? You got marketing. You got marketing on the streets. You got marketing on the air, on the radio, marketing on the internet. You got you got everything. All this shit, it's a machine. You can't just do this over here and not do this over here.
So you guys heard Young Dolph just kind of break it down for you, and I want to break it down even further, but look, Young Dolph is definitely respected in terms of being an independent artist and what he's been able to do independently, very famous for turning down a major contract. So if anybody's gonna know what it really takes to make a hit song, or how much it costs to market and push a hit song independently, he's definitely one to know it. So let's break all that in detail because look, obviously there's 101 different ways in 2021 to really blow up a song. The blow up a song definition can mean many different things, but Young Dolph is talking about how much money you need to invest in order to make a decent amount of money back from that project. So let's break all of that down. What's going on, guys? My name is Matei. Another day for Music Biz Daily. To all my YouTubers, I really appreciate you interacting with my channel, watching my videos. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you think about this particular topic, and let me know what other videos you would like me to do. Make sure you also subscribe, hit that notification button. In the description below, check out what me and my team do. Check out our Indie Artist Accelerator and every Monday evening, make sure you check me out with Clinton Sparks on his show on Twitch called Win Big with Clinton Sparks. Me and him have a new segment called Music Biz Weekly. We go back and forth about the major developments and business news in the music industry, technologies, all that good stuff. Plus, it's a great show to watch and learn from. So let me kind of leave you with that information, and let's talk about what Young Dolph just said in this little clip right here. So look, when Young Dolph kind of breaks down what it takes, he's absolutely right, because you got all these different things that have to happen in parallel. You know what I'm saying? You got the digital marketing, which can cost easy $100,000 depending on what you want to do with it. But just to give you an idea, it's about $10,000 to $15,000 to market a YouTube video in the US, Canadian kind of region to get it to 1 million plus just off of marketing. No, organic views or additional stuff, included there. You're talking about a radio campaign as an example. If you are going to take song to radio, just to get started with like a Class B market radio campaign, meaning you're having spins in like a college town or Savannah, Georgia, or these smaller markets like Richmond, perhaps even Baltimore is a Class B market. You're talking $35,000 just to get started to see how it does. If it does better, then you can dump another $150,000 into A-class market FM radio stations, New York, Atlanta, Miami. That's just one aspect of it. Ground campaigns. If you're gonna do a street team in every major city, especially before a show, you're talking a couple $1,000s to make sure you got the competent people, you make sure you got the printed material with the QR codes, the posters, the whole 9 yards. It takes a lot of money to get a song to the next level, right? So $250,000 to $1 million, in many cases that is realistic, but don't just take that and say, damn, I guess I'm never going to make it as an independent artist because I don't have the type of a budget. But you may be able to spend $25,000 per year for 3 to 4 to 5 years of doing the right things, making you saturate the market with multiple singles or a regular, consistent drop of material, putting money behind it and marketing it, knowing when to spend money on legit music videos and when to spend it on lyric videos, so you can get kind of the data behind it and know whether or not to continue to market it forward, to make sure you market your Spotify and Apple Music correctly and not do no bullshit third-party playlists, but you drive real traffic so you develop that fan base, because third-party playlists don't develop you a fan base. They just make the numbers look pretty. Whereas if you advertise the correct way through digital marketing, that's what really builds a fan base. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many things that go into it, and whether you're on a major label or independent side, yes, it does cost that much money, and I've seen it firsthand. Wendy Day has done it multiple times to get an independent artist for about $250,000 to the next level, you know, with 1 or 2 singles or so on and so forth. So it doesn't mean that you have to spend $250,000 to $1 million on every single get it to the next level, but when you're competing at the level that Young Dolph is competing, it will take that much money to potentially make 2 to 3 million back, right? That's 2 times the amount of money made back on the $1 million investment. I want to also tell you about when I met with K. Michelle back in like 2014, 2015 down in Atlanta at the time. I think it was 2014. They were just about to release the song VSOP, if you guys remember that song. Just that track cost them $100,000 to pay for that in production, to pay for the publishing, the copyrights and all that, just to be able to use it for licensing. That was one. She dropped about $400,000 of her own money for promotion and marketing of that one song. Her label that she had a joint venture with at the time dropped another $800,000 for that song. There's all, you know, information that was shared with me when we had dinner together, when, you know, she was putting all this stuff together, having, you know, hiring dancers for the performances and all of that. So you're talking $1.3 million for one particular single, and this is with K. Michelle already having a national fan base through being a reality TV star in 2014. So yes, she was with a major label, but and also R&B song, which is going to bring me to the next point of understanding what genre you're in, because not every genre requires this much money to make a single pop, but that was the reality of what she was dealing with. Robin Thicke, famously the song that was produced by Pharrell and T.I. was on it. They got sued for that song because of copyright infringement of whatever, you know, Pharrell, the beat or whatever melody was used. So when they went to court, when the court documents came out, they spent $5 million on that one song to get it to a, you know, worldwide level of consumption. Now, you know what I'm saying, they made $12 million back. That was all in the court. That was all in the court document. So there was $7 million profit on the $5 million spend, but it was a lot of money spent on that particular song. You know what I'm saying? And they paid for $500,000 for being at the VMAs on MTV and all of that. So it just, there's various amounts of money you're going to spend at different levels, but also consider what genre you're in, because if you're in the country music or gospel, for example, it's not going to cost that much for radio. You're not going to have to do that much campaigning online through digital, you know, advertisement and things like that, because the demand is less. The demand at the radio stations is less. It costs less money to move it. There's less of a population that listens to it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is the pop of today. So it's the, you know, most saturated genre. So yes, in there you're gonna have to spend $250,000 to $1 million to make a song pop, to get on the charts and to profit off of it. So all that has to be considered. But if you're not gonna take it from me and the experiences that me and my team are going through, and we're doing this all the time, then take it from Young Dolph, you know what I'm saying? And one last thing I want to mention about these viral campaigns, because the last artists we were working with, when they had a viral campaign, when they got on, World Star Hip Hop, on Shade Room, on Say Cheese, and all these different things, that was like $20,000, which was a 10% budget of their entire campaign, but that's what made the appearance that they were going viral. All that influencer campaigning was all done at once, and it cost money, a lot of money. But it was a small fraction of the entire campaigning and the things that were going on at the same time. So I just want to leave you guys with that. It's a lot of things to consider, but just be realistic about what you're getting into. There's other ways to do it. Again, it's not necessarily going to be $250,000 every time, but generally speaking, if you want to make a hit that's going to end up on the charts in the hip hop world in today's day and age and compete with the people at the top, it's going to be roughly around those numbers every single time for every single. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, let me know what you think in the comments, because I know there's going to be a lot of naive people be like, there's no way, all you got to do is put out content every day, you're going to blow up on TikTok and all that. Yes, like I said, you could get lucky, and there are different strategies, but if you want to do it consistently and run it as a machine, as a business, have all these things going in parallel, it's a lot of money. But let me know in the comments, share this video, save it, let anybody know about it that needs to see it, that's getting into the independent game, whether it's a label, artist, producer, whatever. And as always, I will see you guys tomorrow for another video of Music Biz Daily.